Tony D and Little Jones somewhere in the background, and this is a Screenwriter's Rant on Smile 2, the sequel to the horror movie from, what was it, last year or the year before? And it looks like they're definitely upping the ante. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 14 available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. So if you don't remember what the first movie was about, it was about some kind of disembodied demon that inhabits people, but it has this particular smile, this sort of sinister smile. And that's the indication it's there and it's going to kill you or get you to kill yourself. So Smile 2 looks to be another bloody, crazy good time. But this time the focus is a pop singer. Kind of like Madonna or Britney Spears. I know, I'm dating myself. Let's see, who's current? Pink? Nah, it's a little further up. Ariana Grande. There you go. Only in cinemas coming soon. And she's the one who has to deal with the demon. So it looks pretty much like the last one, except only I think there's going to be more of a metaphor here because, you know, pop stars like her have to put on a smile. And it's fake, right? Well, kind of fake. Depends. And she is constantly smiling, but maybe she's not constantly happy because, you know, a lot of these people are isolated. They work a lot. They don't have a real social life like other people do. And so because she's isolated by her fame, she might be more vulnerable to the entity. And as it, you know, hops around and murders people and possesses people. So first act, I think it establishes her as her, you know, it probably establishes, like I said, her isolation, her fame. You know, she's forced to smile. She doesn't really mean it. And then one night, I guess I'm going to say like her boyfriend, probably one of the dancers she's seeing or someone like that, is seeing the demon and then gets possessed by it and kills himself right in front of her in a horrific scene. Now, the horrific scene in the previous one was in a mental hospital, which was a little more believable, but so we're in the second movie, we're up in the ante. So in this case, you're talking about a pop star, people with tons of money. Maybe it's drugs, right? Maybe the drugs causes them to do that. And, so he dies, and it's a big scandal, a big thing, and she's dealing with it in the second act. And then maybe that's how they're explaining it, right? Well, he took too many drugs, or he was always wacky. But then she keeps seeing what the other guy kept seeing, which is this weird smiling face on people. And it's not always the case that they're seeing it, but it's not actually necessarily the person doing it. But they're seeing it. And so she sees all these strangers, all these fans, and it starts to drive her insane. Now, what's the third act? I don't know. I don't know how the first one ended because I didn't see it yet. You know, it could end a couple of ways. In a horror movie, this seems to be... I don't think this is the woman from the first movie because she was not a singer. So it could end like, you know, a classic horror movie. Everybody dies. And the creature or the woman defeats the demon, but the demon escapes to, you know, bother other people again. So it's like the end, question mark, question mark, question mark. I'm leaning more towards that. So let's read the write-up. About to embark on a new world tour, a global pop sensation, Sky Riley, no, Naomi Scott, begins experiencing increasingly terrifying and inexplicable events. Overwhelmed by the escalating horrors and the pressure of fame, Sky is forced to face her dark past to regain control of her life before it spirals out of control. That's pretty good, but I don't like how they use the word control twice in that sentence. That's a writing tip, by the way. This is something software will flag for you. If you use a word like control in the same sentence twice, it makes it sound less dynamic. So I would have said something like, has to face her dark past to get her life back before it spirals out of control. That would have sounded better. But that being said, it looks creepy. Looks like the first movie a lot. Only, again, they upped the ante, which is good. I don't know where they go from here. That's going to be a tough one. But, yeah, I would... if you're a fan of the first one, I would see this one. And I've heard good things about the first one. You know, I got to be in the right frame of mind for a horror movie. I really do. Before I go, okay, I'll go see it. Because I don't like the whole gore and stuff. The first one was a little gory. This one looks a little gory. But I don't mind a little gore. A little gore is okay. I mean, it's a horror movie. You got to have some gore. But, anything too explicit, I get freaked out, or I just go, I don't want to see that. But yeah, Smile 2. So look for it. Let's see, when coming soon. Well, I mean, this would be a good Halloween thing. It's the first one that drops. So what are we in? We're in June, July, August. Might hit September. Might hit September. This might be the first one. It could hit at the end of summer, because that wouldn't be bad either, since the first one was such a hit. So this could be a summer thing, only because it was such a hit the first time. But I would push it back into October. I think this would be a good Halloween movie. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on all our other platforms, I'll say. I heard that you can't say the names of the other platforms without getting devalued on YouTube. So I don't know if that's true, but I'm going to try it, because I forgot to say it in one, and I noticed I got a lot of hits. So I'm not going to say it in this one, but the other three areas of the internet where videos dwell. So I am on those other three areas of the internet, I'll say. Or as Jeremy at the Quartering says, the Mean Green website, that's one of them. The English website, that's another one. And then the one that is like, if I were to talk about Greek literature, and I would say Homer, the famous writer, Homer, the Iliad, and the... Exactly, okay. So we're all on the same page. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one.